Welcome to my channel. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will introduce you 50 sayings and rules of philosophers and sages about life. The unexamined life is not worth living. Socrates. Happiness is not something ready-made. It comes from your own actions. Dalai Lama. To be yourself in a world that is constantly trying to make you something else is the greatest accomplishment. Ralph Waldo Emerson. The only true wisdom is in knowing you know nothing. Socrates. As we express our gratitude, we must never forget that the highest appreciation is not to utter words, but to live by them. John F. Kennedy. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Nelson Mandela. The purpose of our lives is to be happy. Dalai Lama. Know thyself. Socrates. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Steve Jobs. You cannot step into the same river twice. Heraclitus. We make a living by what we get, but we make a life by what we give. Winston Churchill. To be content with little is difficult. To be content with much, impossible. Marie von Ebner-Eschenbach. An unexamined life is a life without meaning. Plato. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Mahatma Gandhi. The only source of knowledge is experience. Albert Einstein. The only limit to our realization of tomorrow will be our doubts of today. Franklin D. Roosevelt. He who has a why to live for can bear almost any how. Friedrich Nietzsche. The secret of change is to focus all of your energy, not on fighting the old, but on building the new. Socrates. The man who moves a mountain begins by carrying away small stones. Confucius. In 3 words I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. Robert Frost. The only true wisdom is in knowing you are nothing. Socrates. The 2 most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. Mark Twain. It does not matter how slowly you go as long as you do not stop. Confucius. What you get by achieving your goals is not as important as what you become by achieving your goals. Zig Ziglar. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The wise man knows that he knows nothing. Socrates. We can't solve problems by using the same kind of thinking we used when we created them. Albert Einstein. You must be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. John Lennon. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Edmund Burke. The unexamined life is a life without purpose. Aristotle. Believe you can and you're halfway there. Theodore Roosevelt. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. Lao Tzu. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. African proverb. Education is the kindling of a flame, not the filling of a vessel. Socrates. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Mahatma Gandhi. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. Aristotle. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Robert Louis Stevenson. The good life is one inspired by love and guided by knowledge. Bertrand Russell. The greatest glory in living lies not in never falling, but in rising every time we fall. Confucius. The mind is everything. What you think, you become. Buddha. To the mind that is still, the whole universe surrenders. Lao Tzu. Happiness is not a destination, it's a journey. Zig Ziglar. The purpose of life is to live it, to taste experience to the utmost, to reach out eagerly and without fear for newer and richer experience. Eleanor Roosevelt. Be kind, for everyone you meet is fighting a hard battle. Plato. I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work. Thomas Edison. It is not in the stars to hold our destiny but in ourselves. William Shakespeare. The only thing we know for certain is that we know nothing at all. Voltaire. We cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. Dolly Parton. In the end, our lives begin to end the day we become silent about things that matter. Thanks for watching. Don't forget subscribe and like.